Hello again, apictor here. Uh, my newest base. I posted a couple of pics of it. I also have another video on my YouTube channel, which tells how to do some wiring, some tricks and tips. It's a bit long, but less than 15 minutes. Anyway, this is my new base. I'm gonna make it as quick as possible. I do like the decorating stuff. You must know that by now if you've seen my stuff. I like these little dioramas here. They're fun. Put little things on top of those boxes, sculptures, glitch items, different ways to create things. These guys, this is funny. I start them all off different and they end up syncing, then they get apart again, and it's kind of interesting the patterns they do. Anyway, in here, some art of a different nature. Yeah. The eye of the beholder. I like these ring motifs, kind of nice. And the lamps, you might notice they're a little different. Got the big ball here. Unfortunately, if you make the ball, it fills up this area. So I put this little place here to stick it in. Well, let's do it. I'll show you. I think I just shut the light off. No. Nah, I won't do it. It's a pain in the butt. Either you gotta shoot the ball all the way around and knock it out the opening. Anyway, this is the main building. I always wanted to build around an existing structure like this, and you couldn't do it before the tools that we have now, like this. A lot of these lights don't light up till it gets dark. Save power that way. Alright, I've undermined this whole hill over here, because this is kind of a test base to see how long that lasts when you dig. Alright, let's drop down here 1 second, go to the Blue Lagoon, which is really the only place I have teleporter going. Oh, by the way, teleporters don't like being put in spots that have been dug out. For some reason, the rocks will go back around them really quick. And that's the only spot they'll do it. And I've been working on this base for a few days now, and nothing has grown back. So, as usual, I'm trying to hide wires. I don't like to see a lot of wires. I mean, you gotta see some, but hide them as much as you can. I got some good lighting in here. Back to the main building. Let's go around to where the mine entrance is. I guess it's a mine. Alright. This is some kind of a snorkel device, which we'll go up and look at. It's basically just glass tubes. I believe it has something to do with the air system inside the mine. 3 refiners, of course. Let's see, a little work desk here, fixing stuff. Secretary's a boss's desk. Another bench with parts on it. Let's go in. All these doors are sealed. 3 refiners, of course. It is a mine. Alright, everything's sealed inside here, so the air is controlled. Oh, hard hat area. This just goes around to where we were. The other side of that building, as you can see. Okay. And this is where that snorkel comes in. circulates and purifies the air. And a glass tube right here. Here are stairs. They go up 8 flights. Well, I guess they're worth looking at if we don't get too dizzy. I'll try to do it the easy way. But I got this little trap door at the top that I kind of like. There we go. It's working. How about that? Anyway, up here is where the air purifier duct starts. It's got fans in there coming from this machine, which is sucking in the air and purifying it, blowing it down. This hole was already here. I didn't have to dig it, so I figured I'd use it. This is where all my power is. Well, one of my power places. It's 2 top floors. And then you just run power off of this through the ground. I also have power buried in 2 other spots that feed the mine. Anyway, let's go back down here. Dizzy. These stairs make you dizzy. Anyway, I wanted to make sure I could also go up and down when I was digging, which I've done successfully, no problems. Alright, what's next? Now we go out into the larger area. This looks like some kind of a laser drilling device here in operation. Hit something hard. So nobody's controlling it right now. It's on automatic. This is a crew area here. Watch your head. And these lights come on at night, so you'll know when you're in here if it's day or night outside. Some things are always powered, but the lights come on at night. Like this is always powered. And I just had to add more batteries because power wasn't lasting all night to work the doors. So I had to put more batteries in. As I add, you have to add more power as you add more things. This is just a little window to the outside. Looks cool from the outside when the lights are on. Right. This part goes to the other side of the hill. A little lounging and swimming area. Of course, it's on the other side of the airlock. And here it is. Had a teleporter there. Didn't work out. Kept getting rock around it. Okay. Growing some plants here. A little sitting area. Actually, sun can come through here. And there's a swimming area out here. And like I say, I have undermined this thing for a few days now. It's been all dug out. Anyway, and no problems. Nothing's growing back. I do find that it seems like every once in a while things just don't render. And I have to reload and they're back. So I don't know if I'm making things too complicated for it again. Base too big, but everything's been rendering pretty well so far, and I really would like people to come visit, see if it's rendering for them also. 2 landing pads, a Diplo's head sticking out of the rock, and I dug all this out too, this whole trench here, just to see if it would stay dug out, and so far it has. And things like this. I have some flags up there. I also have some light fixtures in the back that are blowing forward, and I don't know what happens, they just don't show up, and you have to reload, then they show up. Sometimes they just don't want to, even though they were here when I started this video, they are not here now. So I don't know what happens, they just disappear. Yeah, there's light fissures there. Well, I don't want to reload, so get my drift, excuse me. Slob. Anyway, that's it. That's this base. It's worth a look-see, I think. There's some stuff to see here, and I try to make my bases walkable, always. And do a quick fly around, give you the address. Of course, Euclid, PS4, normal mode. Give you the address. There it is. Little fly around. Hopefully everything will render if you come visit. That's where the Blue Lagoon is back here. Everything's attached to the ground. You're not going to see a lot of wires. If you want, you can dive underneath the structures and see wires, but that's about the only place you're going to see them really exposed. So, we're doing well with the terrain editing. It's sticking. I should light those up. It's sticking now, and it seems to maintain what you've dug out so far. So I've tried both digging with, putting parts down that take up terrain, and just by doing it with that terrain editing tool, like this trench. So I've done it both ways, and both ways are staying. And with that, I guess I'll sign off. And happy traveling, happy building, because now we can dig, which I've been wanting to do for a long time. Okay, happy traveling, everyone.